The Pearl Standard theory suggests that spiral ascent is a fundamental law of evolution and development, wherein entities seem to return to the origin. However, fundamentally, this origin is merely a perspective. In reality, it represents a higher level. The development of human civilization is not and should not be a linear progression, but rather a spiral ascent where there are constant returns to the origin. Each return is for the purpose of extracting wisdom from history and achieving development at a higher level. This is a form of civilization rebirth within the spiral ascent. The concept of retrograde currency explored by the Pearl Standard theory is one such higher-level regression. From the philosophical perspective of spiral ascent, retrograde currency is not a regression, but rather a progression of human financial civilization to a higher level, aiding us in facing the future with more wisdom. Retrograde currency does not negate modern currency. Rather, it represents a re-innovation of currency within the process of spiral ascent. Because each return in human civilization is accompanied by a re-evaluation of the past, a critical inheritance of tradition, and the opening of new developmental directions. For example, people have gradually realized the sustainability and harmony of ancient traditional technologies and wisdom, thus incorporating concepts such as feng shui into architecture to achieve natural ventilation and drainage, adopting organic fertilization and traditional farming and agriculture, and even the popular urban Zen lifestyle, are all forms of new regression that integrate ancient philosophy with modern technology, representing the refinement of civilization within the spiral of progress. Retrogression, as an important phenomenon in the development of human civilization, and the philosophical values it embodies, should be fully reflected in the design of modern currencies in the field of finance. The Pearl Standard theory strives to systematically explore this from metaphysical to practical levels, emphasizing the importance of philosophical thinking in finance. From the perspective of financial philosophy, metaphysical thinking is a profound way to contemplate the essence and meaning of currency at a macro level. Aristotle pointed out that currency is not a natural product, but rather a product of social development. This viewpoint emphasizes the metaphysical nature of currency, indicating that it is a product of societal consensus, representing values and the foundation of social organization. The metaphysical thinking of the Pearl Standard theory involves fully examining the special political role of currency in restructuring social structures, considering the ethical basis of retrograde currency, and putting it into practice to ensure it serves the greatest common good of society. As Aristotle said, we must combine theory and practice to ensure that currency is not just a symbol but a tool in service of the greater good of society. On the other hand, philosophical bottom-up thinking in currency design involves analyzing the actual application of currency from the perspective of individual social effects at a micro level. Although bottom-up thinking is a different perspective from top-down thinking, it is essentially a perspective that links the global with the local, the macro with the micro, as without individual characteristics, there would be no commonality. Adam Smith once said, "Individuals, when pursuing their own interests, are led by an invisible hand to promote the public interest." The retrograde currency design of the Pearl Standard theory focuses on anchoring price consensus and transaction consensus at the individual level. The Pearl Standard theory believes that the value consensus of C-Pearl anchoring and the individual tendency to choose retrograde currency within the absolute standard currency system promote interactions among individuals, thereby promoting progress in human civilization towards environmental friendliness and mitigating or avoiding the financial enslavement and potential crises caused by continuous inflation.